basic concept of inverted index, where we used to put the different terms or words in frequency manner as well as linked to the exact document ID. We'll again discuss the same thing, where we have analyzed the structure of that basic inverted index consisting of dictionary that we have just telling you, having the terms as well as the list of posting or document IDs in which that particular term may exist. And also we are trying to put those terms in the dictionary in sorted manner, as well as the list of the documents also in sorted manner, smaller to higher, by the help of which we were able to design the required query processing. This thing also we have discussed. In generally, we used to take the big of x plus y, or the margin time equal to big of x plus y, where x is the length of this posting list of the first term as well as the y is the posting list, length of the posting list of the second term, and will be so on. And by the help of which also we are able to optimize the required time. By how? By choosing those particular terms which are having lesser occurrence or lesser posting list length, by the help of which we are able to reduce the required number of steps or time complexity in a lower amount, or you can reduce it, we may reduce it. Now the same basic concept of the indexing, will finish it up by whatever the rest remaining portions of this basic indexing system we will discuss today, and also we will apply some query processing technique in later classes. I think this particular figure will be remembered to you, because this thing already have discussed, but we are concentrated on this particular dictionary. This was a dictionary where we used to put the terms as well as the posting list. This is the posting list, where that particular term may exist, document ID 2, document ID 4, like that. So initially we are starting from here, top, and we are reaching at here, dictionary. We have already gone through this one to create the such terms where the list of the posting or the document IDs are there. That particular document ID were consisting of this particular terms. In this particular indexing system, what we are giving input? We are giving some number of documents. We have to find out what are the terms or what are the words are existing in between in these particular documents. That means what we have to do, we need to process this document. We need to process this document. Then we may apply tokenize, that means to segregate the terms or segregate the words. Then we apply some linguistic model. I will tell you what are the different linguistic model, so that we can reduce this length of the terms. Someone can write friend, someone can write friends, so it will depend upon the user. So we have to reach at a particular term which is similar to friends, which is similar to friend, which is similar to capital letter friend, which is similar to small letter friend, as well as which is similar to first letter capital, and the rest are small. So instead of writing these different types of friends, we can write a smaller form of the friend which is similar to all. Like that, it will happen for all the words or all the terms. Instead of capital, we should write small in a normalized form. Instead of plural form, we can write a singular form in normalized form. Anyway, this thing we'll discuss later. First of all, just remember, whatever the documents you are giving or providing, that first of all must be processed or compiled by the system. That is called as parsing of a document. Means compilation of the document. Whatever document you are giving as an input, that must be processed, that must be compiled. Parsing of the document. So as we used to say, exactly it is not at the same. There are several complexity, or there are several critical issues we need to handle. What are those? Remember, the documents what we are providing as an input to the indexing system may not be all the documents types are same. The documents types are different as per the user, as per the provider who is providing the input. One document may be PDF, one document may be Word, and one may be Excel, HTML, or there are 1,000 types of files are there. So we need to build such a system which is able to handle this kind of different formats, different types of input documents. First issue, which is also a challenging task, which is also a research topic. After that, if you are able to define what kind of document is it, what format of this particular document is, then the next task is to find out the language being used over here. That particular document is being based on which particular language. I'll tell how this language will affect the indexing system. Based upon the language, the building of the indexing system will be different. We'll discuss. So we need to find out what kind of language is this, or what kind of language being used in the particular document. If you are able to find the language, the next job will be find the character set. If it is English, there may be 26 uppercase, 26 lowercase, 10 digits like this. If it is in Odia, that may be your 40 or 50 number of basic characters, 10 number of digits like this. The number of characters length will be different. Like that, if it is having a different language, the number of character set will be different, so that your building of the index will be different. These are all classification system or classification approaches or classification problems that will be discussed later. How to distinguish which particular document belongs to which type will be help you to build which kind of indexing system. So what are the complications, what are the difficulties, or what are the things that we notice, that we keep in mind when we are going to build a indexing system or dictionary based indexing system? This thing also I've told. Suppose the document, you wanted to input a document. So a document can be a simple file, can be an email. Which one should I say that it's a document that to be input to my system, indexing system? Whether you are defining that if an email having 5 attachments, then only I can insert. I have built such a system which is able to handle this kind of input. Or you have designed such a system which is able to take the input of documents which are having PPT as well as LaTeX or HTML files. So building a single indexing system consisting of all different types of terms, consisting of all different several number of languages is very critical. We have to keep several things in our mind. If also language also having different impact on creating this type of indexing system. A French email having German PDF attached, how to handle that? That email having some number of terms, some number of words, as well as the attachment file also have some terms or documents or words. So at the same time, you need to handle French language as well as German language. Your parsing system, your indexing system will be able to understand as well as French as well as German language. How to do all these things? Very critical, very research oriented things, approaches. So whatever document you have got till now into your system, in the first step, you should segregate that. You should decompose that. You should break all the different terms, different words. In the figure also, we have taken the examples of different words like friends, Romans, and countrymen. Also, we have shown to you. So you can segregate that. You can decompose that. The first of my term is friends, second term is Romans, and the third term is countrymen. This is the task of the tokenize, making different tokens, making different words, terms, etc. Whatever terms are there, just decompose that. Nothing thinking any other things. These are all candidate words or candidate terms to my indexing system. But this is not enough, because you have written F capital letter and it is in polar form in your indexing system. In generally, what we have learned till now, that is my Boolean query. We have learned about the Boolean query. Means exact search, exact match. Yes or no? So you have designed your indexing system that my friends, where F is in capital letter and it's in plural form, is present in document 2, document 6, document line, etc. But unfortunately, whatever the user, that particular user is going to use your indexing system, that user has given input in this form, FRIEND, small f, as well as no plural form. Then this is not exactly matching in your indexing system. Remember, your indexing system is having capital letter in the first character as well as plural form S in the last character, but it is not matching exactly. So in that situation, though you think that that particular friend, input friend, FRIEND, this small letter, this one, should produce the posting list of 2, 6, and 9, but unfortunately it does not produces. Why? Because this term is not exactly matching with this one. Your indexing system will not able to produce this posting list at that particular moment, because it is not matching. Then how can it produce the required number of posting list? Not possible. It will happen for all the rest words or terms. So this is not enough to build the indexing system based only the tokens. This step is only this step is the first step. Then further we need some more processing on this to build a proper indexing system. So what are those? Some other issues of this tokenization either like this, the terms like this, Finland's capital, Finland capitals. So what can be written in the indexing system? Should I write only Finland? Should I write Finlands? Should I write Finlands apostrophe s? All the three things are different. Okay, so what is the best way to mention, so that whenever any user will give us an input for Finland, all these three will be invoked, all these three will be triggered. Very critical issue, we'll think later. Hewlett Packard, HP. You cannot say this is a separate term, this is a separate term. This is a combined phrase, Hewlett Packard. Should I consider it two tokens or single token? It's a question. How to handle this hyphen? Should I ignore that or should I put that? several things should I consider when you are going to build the indexing system. Like that, a term, a phrase is state of the art. If we have chosen state separate token of separate token, the separate token are separate token, then the meaning is completely different. You are breaking the terms present in this particular phrase. That is, break up by hyphenated sequence. Meaning is different. Co-education, there is a hyphen. So should I ignore that, the hyphen, or should I combine this into a single one? Then some statements like this: hold him back and drag him away maneuver. So this is the very critical issue. What should I do in these particular cases or in these particular scenarios? Should I consider the whole thing as a single, or we should break, or we should decompose into individual terms or individual words? Another example, San Francisco. There is no hyphen, and you can say there are two terms, two words, but if you are putting these two different words into two different indexing system, first of all, one is having San, another having Francisco, then meaning is different. It's a single word, or it's a whenever anybody will ask, he or she will ask about San Francisco. He or she will never ask about San and Francisco differently, separately. It's a single word and have a single meaning, some single location. If you are dividing that, if you are decomposing that, meaning is going to be meaningless. You cannot use it anywhere. No one will ask about San and no one will ask you Francisco. Rather, they will ask about San Francisco combinedly. So how to handle this? Whether you are going to consider one token or two token. So these are the issues of complexity we should consider. It is all about the characters. Then come to some number of numbers. Sometimes numbers are not easy to handle or to build the indexing system or to make tokenize. You have certain numbers having this kind of symbols, 3/12/91. It's a single value. Its meaning is March 12, 1991. How to understand that whenever the user is given an input of this one, the meaning is this, or suppose vice versa. Suppose the user is given input this one, and your system should understand that meaning is this one, 3/12/91. Numbers including some characters with some special symbols, dot. What is the meaning of this? 55 before Christ. So your system should able to understand the exact meaning what the user needs to get from your indexing system. Remember one thing, when you are going to build an application, these all are application, software. Okay, Google, a search engine. So whenever you are going to build a web page or search engine or any web-based application or any application, software application, remember one thing, that particular software is not going to be used by you only. Rather, it's an application, it can be used by anyone else. It can be supplied to the market, anyone can purchase that, anyone can use that, anyone can access that. So when anyone can access that, anyone can use that, that means they may give different type of input depending upon their mentality, different type of depending upon their mental situation. So your system, whatever system you have developed, not only this one, whatever system you have developed, your system should be able to handle any kind of input depending upon the user, that particular user is using the particular application. Suppose then float number is B52. What is this B and what is this number 52? What is the hyphen? It's a plot where the location B52. Similarly, and another code value is basically encrypted code, privacy code. So you cannot say that 324 is different thing, A is different thing, again 3 is different thing, DF is different thing, 234 is different thing. No, you cannot segregate different numbers and different characters to different number of tokens. No, it's a single thing, single number, encrypted number. Combinedly, it has some meaning. If you are going to segregate that, if you are going to decompose that, it is going to be meaningless. Nothing will happen. An IP address, machine IP address. There are several values. You cannot ignore any value, or you cannot ignore any number. Rather, you have to merge all these things and you have to keep in this same format. Otherwise, the meaning will be different. If you are writing like this, 100, 286, then 144, the meaning is different. It needs to be represented in this form, 100.2.86.144. Okay, so we cannot say this is the combined number. Also, you cannot put into a single text. These all are number but have some different format. We have to put in the same format as it is. But still, whenever anybody is giving as input in different form, your indexing system should able to take that input and produce the proper posting list. How to able to do this? That is a concept called n-gram concept. We'll discuss later. That will help you to manage this kind of combined input, not a single number or not a single character. It's a combination of number as well as character. Some terms or some tokens or some words look like English, but it's a French word or German word. How to consider? We think that this is a symbol. It's a symbol, but actually it's a complete word of a different language, like French language. L'ensemble. It's a French language, French word. We cannot say it is should appropriately written as an ensemble. In such a situation, we may think that the meaning is different, meaning is same, but based upon some other languages, the meaning may have different. In German, suppose you are using an indexing system for German language, this is one single word. You cannot say, based upon your English knowledge, you cannot say these are different words. No, it can be a composite or compound word. You cannot segment this. You cannot decompose this. Similarly, in our English also, we have some phrases like this: LIC or life insurance company. If you are segregating that, life is different thing, insurance is different thing, company is different thing, the meaning is going to be destroyed. You cannot do that. It's a complete word. So this thing you should keep in mind, going to build a tokenization. Some other factors which are also hampering or impacting this tokenization system based on some different languages. In some Chinese or Japanese languages, we are unable to see the spaces in between the words. We find that these words are complete a single, but there are some different words. based upon the symbols. So it's also very challenging to segregate the words or terms, because in generally in our Odia, Hindi, Bengali or English, we used to put the spaces in between the two number of words, two words. But in Japanese or Chinese, we may not have the spaces to segregate the words. How to handle this? Further, in Japanese languages, we are having mixed of characters, alphabets. In the upper side, it has some different. In the lower side, there are different. Some mixed of alphabets. Anyway, just remember that it is the indexing system is completely based upon different languages. If you are considering different languages, your designing of the indexing system will be completely different. It is very challenging task to design a single indexing system which is able to understand any of the languages given as input to the indexing system. Look at here. Some number of statements having multiple languages as well as the alphabet including some numbers or digits. This is one language, again English numerical values. This is another language, then again numerical values, and again some another languages. So a single input line but have multiple languages or having mixed of alphabets as well as some numbers and dates amounts in different formats. This is a new another type of currency. This is dollar currency. This is some another type of currency with numbers. So very challenging task. Another issue. In normally, when you are used to write anything, maybe in Odia or English or Hindi, Bengali, any Indian language, we used to write from left to right. It's obvious type of use. We are writing from left to right. But in case of Arabic or Islamic language, they used to write from right to left. They used to start from right. Okay, if such in case where you found that the text or the sentence are written from right to left, yes, you can design your indexing system. That particular indexing system will scan the number, scan the words or terms from right to left. Problem is solved. But is it so? No. You are moving from right to left because you know that it's an Arabic language and I should start from right to left. No. You are going to right to left, but at a certain point, when there are some numbers, you have to move from left to right. 1962. It is not 2691. It is 1962. 1962. Again, you have moved from right to left. Left to right. Again, after that, left to right. Right to left. This is the character. Again from right to left. After that, again from left to right. Then again from right to left. Because in this sentence consisting of two things, that is Arabic characters, alphabets, as well as some English numerical numbers, values, due to which you have to scan the words or terms present in the sentence in two ways, maybe from right to left, maybe from left to right, depending upon the alphabet or depending upon the numbers you are that are present in this particular sentence. The meaning is Algeria achieved its independence in 1962 after 132 years of French occupation. The sentence meaning is this one. Anyway, so the fact is that it is completely depend upon your language being used for the indexing system.